And we have here to discuss with us today our special guest, Thorough. Is it Thorough Cutty, or do you just want to go by Cutty?
Cutty.
Cutty. All right, so Cutty is in the building. Who is Cutty? Terrence Disman, is that how you spell your last name? Disman, who is known as Cutty, is an entertainment new to Las Vegas area mogul. And so before we get started, I just want you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Cutty. I come from Jersey. I'm here in Las Vegas now, just here to tap in with the independent music artists. And then, of course, like the small businesses and then everybody else who's independent doing something inside of the city.
Okay.
We've been killing the East Coast. I'm talking about Philadelphia, New York, and New Jersey. So I just want to bring that over to the West Coast. So I run an entertainment company called Cutty TV, and we just try to provide opportunities for people who are individuals, you know, because there's entrepreneurs out there, there's music artists out there, there's just a lot of people that need help. So we just want to try to provide help for people.
Okay. So why entertainment, though? Why did you decide to get into the entertainment field?
I'm a very talkative person. I love talking with people. I love just interacting with people. I love being in front of people. I love interviews. I love interviewing. So I think it was just a perfect fit for me. Entertainment, I've always been the center of attention when in high school and middle school, even inside of my family. I'm the one that talks the most.
Okay.
So I just thought an entertainment company would be good because I want to see a change inside of the music industry anyway. And I want to try to allow more Jersey artists in.
Okay, so who was Cutty in school then?
Cutty in school was, I want to say, who was I in school? I'll say one of the popular kids that was just, you know, roaming the hallways. You know, I did good in school though. I had a GPA of 3.8, so
Wow.
I guess that's why I was roaming the hallways.
Yeah, you were real good. So it probably wasn't challenging to you then.
No, I think I've always been creative since birth. I've always wanted to create my own. I've always wanted to create opportunities. My little brother went to jail at 16, Javon, and that situation pushed me to save other younger people. I feel like OGs are just people who teach you the game. So I just want to be able to teach the younger folk on, you know, there is people out there that are the ones that skip class and the ones who are roaming the hallways. That don't mean that you're a failure. That just means that you're creative. So just use your time in a creative way, and you'll get something out of it.
See, those creative people, that's why I wish that my husband was here, because he is one of those people. I'm not sure how well he did in school, though. I don't remember. All right, you guys, we are back, and thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome back to Intimate Conversations with Talitha without Bobby, presented by Food for the Soul here on Hot 702.5 FM, and we are discussing if certain cities are cursed with my guy Cutty in the building, and we are about to get into what he has going on. We're going to talk about you. Since first tell me who I wanted to play a song, and I couldn't get the song played because I don't have this right here. So that was hard for me to do that. But I did listen to your songs that you sent me, and I really like the song. I don't remember the name of it, but it was by Joe
Rivers, I already know which one you're talking about.
Man, I dig that. She was flowing. I like that, and I'm gonna
can't even
try
think
and
of the
play
song
that
right now. Wow,
yeah,
that's
I'm
crazy.
I'm gonna try and play that.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and play that and post it on our page. But what I wanted to ask you is that you work with a lot of indie artists all over. So which cities do you think it's hard to break into the music business in?
New York.
New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the industry capital.
Okay.
If you go to New York, you're going to be dealing with a lot of people that do a lot what you do, sometimes 10 times better than what you do, and they're trying to get to the same spot you're going at.
Yeah.
So I think New York is probably the hardest place to make it out of. If you make it out of New York, you really did something.
You really did something. Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. And so I have a couple of people that I know. They're not, I wouldn't say that they're friends, but they're people that I met along the way in Dallas that moved to New York, and they actually started making real good moves. So I'm really proud of them. That means that they really had that tenacity. They had that drive. They met the right people, and they're out there doing big things. One of them actually was on Broadway in The Color Purple. And so I'm like, wow, they moved. They were like, you know what, I'm getting out of Dallas, even though Dallas is cool, but they had bigger aspirations, and they actually, doing stuff out there. But I get it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of competition.
It's a lot of competition,
It's a lot of
and it's a lot, and the only reason why I say New York is because I feel like Jersey's also hard to make it out of because we're
Okay.
competing with Philly and New York. But the
Mhm.
reason why I say New York is because it's a lot of talented people in New York City that still don't get recognized
Wow.
because it's so many
Many
talented
people.
people.
Yeah.
Like,
And so why do why won't they move around though? Like, why do you think?
cause it's too many plugs inside of New York.
Okay.
A lot of people. Like, it's a lot of things that happen inside of New York
Mhm.
that's like you want on your resume.
Okay.
So I think that's what keeps people inside of New York. And then the
Okay.
busyness of it,
Yeah.
I feel like, because
Okay.
it's open 24/7.
Okay. And speaking of cities being cursed, what do you think about Hollywood, Atlanta, and Detroit and Philadelphia as far as the music scene goes? Like, what do you think about those particular cities? Because I know Atlanta's hot. I know Hollywood
Hmm.
is hot. I know Detroit was the music capital before music became to us as far as the Motown sound and everything.
Hmm.
And then I've seen a lot of artists that come from Philly.
Yes.
So what do you think about those cities and the
Um,
music scene?
Philly, when you talk about Philly music, I think you want to have your bars right if you want to compete with somebody out of Philadelphia.
Okay.
Philadelphia is very good with wordplay.
Yeah.
They're very good with lyrics. They can get you out of it. The Philly's the home of the battle rappers.
Okay.
So
So that's okay.
Philly can get you out of here real. And they're dealing with grittiness out there.
Yeah.
So I love the Philly scene. Absolutely
you?
love it. I love Philly music. I love
Mhm.
everything about it. Hollywood, I would say. You just gotta have a budget to do music in Hollywood. I'd say
Yes.
you just
Yeah,
make
so
sure your
expensive.
budget is up there, because if you gonna stick out if you don't stick in. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
The Hollywood people are renting $60 room studios and doing songs with everybody inside of Hollywood. So it's
Okay.
like you definitely gotta have a budget. Atlanta, I love the unity
Mhm.
of Atlanta, and then Detroit. I feel like they have a strong sound because they're counted out so much. I mean,
Mhm.
Detroit only has Eminem, Big Sean,
Mhm.
other people, but I feel like their bars come so good because they have to prove themselves.
Okay. Okay. And so out of all of them though, I feel like you said, Philly, a lot of artists,
Oh
talented
yeah,
artists come from
Philly.
Philly, and they killing the game out there. They really are killing the game out there. And so what other things are working for you since you've been here, and why the jump here? Why not to another city? Because
So.
I'm sorry, and I know I was gonna say I know that Las Vegas is really not known for
Mhm.
its music and
It's
indie
not.
artists.
The reason why I picked Las Vegas is because we're not known for indie music.
Okay.
There is nobody out here doing anything for the indie people besides stations like this and platforms
Mm-hmm.
like this. But if you don't know about this,
Yeah.
and you don't know how to get in, it's kind of like you have nothing.
Okay.
So I brought my business out here to strictly just give the independents an opportunity to have another platform to get on,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to enhance their abilities mostly. And then I could have went to any city. I could have went to New York. I had offers in New York. I had offers in Philly. I signed a deal in Philly actually.
Mm-hmm.
So Philly's always going to be a place inside of my heart. But I did a lot on the East Coast that I feel like I had to bring people over to the West Coast now.
Okay.
So it's just about expansion. It's just about growing. I've never been to Las Vegas before I moved here.
Mm-hmm.
So just to live here now, it's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm living a whole new world.
Do you find that the music is different here than it is out
Very,
there?
very
Very
different.
What's the different sound that you have found
I
here
would
versus?
say it's very shout out to my guy So Gotti and his bass baby. I feel like they're very like they're really melody out here.
Okay.
It's a lot of melodies than like bars.
Okay.
I come from like bars where
Yeah.
somebody will spit a 16 in front of you and it'll be one of the hottest things you ever heard in your life. But out here it's like a lot of melodies. They do
Okay.
songs.
Okay.
So I could say that about Vegas. It's not like spitters out here that give it to somebody. I think it's people out here that can make music and make
Okay.
songs. They
Okay.
just need the right platform to be on.
Okay. And then if they have the right platform and say they're working with you, would you suggest that are they able to stay here and make it big, or do they have to move around after they've kind of done some things out here. What do you think?
I would say you definitely have to move around.
Yeah.
Until something gets created here that's going to
Yeah.
be able to bring record label execs
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
you're going to have to start here, get your city to love you, and then move over to California, Arizona, Oregon, get all of them to love you, and then,
And then
start moving
and
over.
then try and come. And so my question is, and I'm not sure if you've been out here long enough to know, because I haven't. We came out here right before the pandemic, and so I'm wondering, like in the casinos, because we see a lot of entertainers that come here that do residencies here. Do they have do they do any type of opening acts or anything out here? Do you know that if they do that or not? Because that would be dope. If I'm an indie artist and I get a chance to open for somebody that's coming into town, then that would seem like, okay, well, yeah, they're providing opportunities for us. Do you know that?
You know what's crazy? That's really regular in Philly. That's something I don't see out here in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Like, we got Carrot Top coming to the, I believe, MGM or something like that. I see the post everywhere. But there's no promoters, perform before he gets on the stage or something like that. So those opportunities I don't see in Vegas, honestly.
Yeah, Usher's coming out here, I believe. I believe he's still coming, because I kept hearing all on the radio that he was supposed to be doing his residency out here in July of 21. And I saw a poster of him, so I'm thinking he's still coming. So, yeah. You would think that they would give indie artists a chance to, this is my city, so this entertainer's coming to my city. Let me go out here and and try and put on before Usher get on, so y'all can see what I do.
Yeah. My hopes for it is my business can come in and make all of those platforms available for independents.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we've done it before. It's not like it's something that hasn't been done. I come from, the East Coast, where those are the only shows you really want to do. You know what I mean? You want to do the shows where the big person's going to be there, because the crowd's going to be there and it's going to be filled.
Right.
So I would love to bring those opportunities to Vegas.
Okay. That's cool. And I hope that you are able to do that. And I would love to get back up with you and work with you on some projects, even just to, if you're doing events or different things like that, because that's what I do. I do stage management. I produce events. I'm a playwright. So I do all of that stuff. And I would love to bring some of that energy here that I haven't seen yet. But I'm giving it a chance, because I did come pre-COVID.
Right.
So I don't know how Las Vegas really operates for real, and I don't know if it will even operate the same.
I definitely plan on opening up the city. Yeah. The city's definitely going to be open back up, especially because I feel like we're the entertainment hub of the world. There's no way I'm going to let this just fall out.
Yeah, you can't.
If anything, I think there's more opportunity now. I'm sorry.
And once a governor did open it up a little bit, you see just going down the strip that more people are getting comfortable with coming back, even though they have masked up, and they're saying, hey, we still want to enjoy Vegas. We want to have a good time. We want to be out here and do what the city was created for, which is to come out here, spend money.
Yeah, entertain, have fun. Come to Vegas, man. We open.
Yeah. We open 25, 35, 50%. I think. We that open. We're not 100% yet like Dallas, but we a little bit.
Right.
So my last question is, what are your feelings on, and I ask a lot of my guests this, what are your feelings on religion? Like, do you feel like we're living in our last days, as the Bible says? And if so, what do you think people should be doing?
I think we're going into a new rebirth.
Okay.
I think that the millennials are taking over and that the old guys at the top are falling out.
Okay.
And I think that's just what it is. I don't think that we're, coming to our last days. I think it's just the new generation is coming in, and the old generation that we are used to are now moving out.
Okay.
And I think the transition between that, because we operate so much more different than this generation, they think that, it's about to be an end, but really it's a new beginning. So I just suggest the world to make way for the millennials. Okay.
And so that's our show, Cutty. I'm so glad that you stopped by. What are your final thoughts? And tell us what you have coming up. They said I think I got about two more minutes left.
For sure, I got you. So I have How to Become the Perfect Artist coming out in April. It's a book that's going to be available on Amazon and all other book platforms. I made it for independent artists, small business owners, anybody who needs help inside of the music industry. Okay. And then we have the Cutty card officially out right now. It's the all-in-one business card. You could tap the back of somebody's phone and share information
cool.
with the world.
Okay.
And then I just want everybody to go on YouTube and just type in Cutty TV and see what we have on there. You might find something that you like. You might see an artist that you know on there. So definitely just go show them support and just go watch the YouTube channel. We do it for the independents. We do it for everybody who needs a voice. So we're happy to be here in Vegas. And, of course, before I leave Jersey, we on always.
So social media tags.
Oh, yeah. Social media, my Instagram is at theofficialcutty. My Twitter is officialcutty_, and my website is theofficialcutty.com.